Hello Aries, welcome to this video. It is 222 as I am starting this reading. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries. We're going to take a look at the energy for this sign for the week of September 6th. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, as I've stated, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I also do need to say that the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. Make sure you're using the link below. I'll never ask you for money. I'll never ask you for a reading or anything like that. I'll never contact you via email or in the comment section asking for those things. I am not currently offering readings, but you can check out my website anyway. There's a mailing list and some other things on there. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say I'm very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Same goes to my Patreon supporters. All right, let's see what we have here for you, Aries. Make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into this for you. Okay. Looks good to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a really nice card. This is long-term investments paying off. You can see the pentacles are ready to be picked and ready to go. This is the idea of, this is a nice card for investments, especially something like a index fund or specifically anything that has a component of time attached to it. So the idea here is that it's something that's maturing over time. This is like the idea of putting money into a retirement account and, you know, checking it 10 or 20 years later, whatever you want to call it. But that's the energy of this Seven of Pentacles. The other thing is this is long-term growth. I try to bring in messages for both career, finance, as well as love and relationship. And I do have to say some of you are potentially walking away from a long-term union, from a long-term partner here. For some of you, I do feel like maybe there's someone else that came in and it's time, like this other relationship ran its course. I do feel like some of you are dealing with that. Others of you are walking away from a long-term job. So the reason why I feel that is taking a look here right away, you have the Eight of Cups in the middle of the reading. This is the most important card in this spread because it bleeds into the rest. It kind of lays out the context, but this Eight of Cups here, this person, you can see they're looking out towards the horizon and they're about to embark on a new journey, and that's a journey towards the Nine of Cups, which is the fulfillment of a wish. However, they can't go there yet. They can't get to that nine until they let go of these empty, broken cups that are a thing of the past. And each one of these cups represents a disappointment. Okay, so this person's walking away from disappointing situations. And for some of you, that's a relationship that's run its course. For others of you, it's a job that you're no longer fulfilled in. And the thing that I really like about this reading is I do feel like you have support to be able to make this change with the Seven of Pentacles below on the bottom, and some other indications, whether it's family support or friend support if you're leaving the relationship, or it's, you know, counseling if you're leaving the relationship, or it's like you have money in the bank or something like that, or you have the ability to float yourself for a little bit to leave. Some of you have support as you make this step forward. Now, in the past, you have the Strength card. This is Leo energy. Okay, this is the energy of boldness. This is courage. Most importantly, this is someone who has so much courage that they can walk next to a lion, that they can tame a lion here. And so what are you being called on to be courageous in? Actually, what I feel like saying here is it's time to lean on your strengths, Aries, because you have done something here. Obviously, like, I feel like, you know, you've been in a long-term situation, whether it's a relationship or a job, and that was not for nothing. Like, you have learned something, you have tools, and you have strengths that you've acquired as you've dealt with that. person or that situation. And for some of you, it's like you have cash or something available here with this 10 of Pentacles. You have an investment that maybe also pays you, whether it's dividend stocks or maybe part of your house is rented out. Maybe you have a dweller unit in the back yard or something like that happening here, where or you even like there's money coming in from somewhere here with this 10 of Pentacles. I feel that pretty strongly. I don't always get that, but especially because you have this Queen of Pentacles. Now I will say this is one of my combinations here, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, for inheritances, because if any person would be an executor of an estate or in charge of an estate in the tarot, it is the Queen of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles indicates money being passed through generations, or it can. And so some of you have that situation unfolding. Some of you have made wise investments with your money and they're able to help you in this transition with this 8 of Cups. So you also here in your current situation, you have the Ace of Swords, 8 of Cups, and the Hermit. The Hermit is somebody who is working towards self-mastery. In fact, they're pretty much there. You know, they're like pretty much nothing is like in life is final. Like there's always something else. But this Hermit is on the road of enlightenment, if you will. You can see they're on this stone path, but what is behind them? It's the universe, right? And so they take time to travel their inner consciousness, to go within themselves. The other thing that's really interesting here is, I will say, I've been doing a lot of readings for September recently, and this is the Virgo card, and the Hermit's been showing up. So I do feel like just this Virgo season, something's happening here on a collective level that looks good, by the way. It's not fear. This looks very good. But regardless, I feel like you have taken time to go within and learned from this situation that happened here, that you're now walking away from. Remember, we talked about how there's this long-term situation that you're walking away from. I feel like you now understand. And that is especially so because you have this Ace of Swords here, which is mental clarity. It's a breakthrough. It's these clouds in the background clearing, making way for something new. This is a victory and success and a new beginning with those sorts of things. Okay, and so it's a very good sign. You have a new understanding. You have mental clarity, and this is going to feel good. Now, what's really interesting is what maybe might not feel good, but is ultimately part of the path, is you have in your future, you have the 10 of Swords, the Tower, and the 2 of Cups. So it'll be interesting to see how we clarify this reading, which we will do in a minute. But this 10 of Swords here is the end of something. Okay, this is done, dead, over with. It's this 8 of Cups. These cups here, you're done. You're kicking them to the road, kicking them to the curb, whatever. And I'm not saying you're doing that to anybody, but you're probably going to do it amicably. But I'm telling you, like, these cups are done. Okay, those disappointments are a thing of the past. And along with that, this could feel like an upheaval, okay, in your life. It could feel like something outside of you is happening that you just can't believe is happening here with the Tower. This is the idea of being shaken down to your foundation. And the reason that happens is sometimes the universe has to give you something to rebuild. And that's what is coming through here. You're going through a rebuilding process. And for some of you, it's that you've met somebody here, 2 of Cups. And I guess that happens sometimes, you know. And it could mean that there's just something better, whether it's a person or a situation in the future. And there's love present with this 2 of Cups in the future, whether it's, like it's a new job or a partnership or something. You feel more love with that than whatever's been going on in the past. And so you're allowing the upheaval to happen. That's what I feel like is going on. Let's go ahead and start to clarify this. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, do hit that like button and subscribe. Helps my channel grow. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Aries, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope things are going well for you. I also have a Patreon. If you want to support me there, you can do that. There's absolutely no pressure though. All right, let's see what we have here for you, Aries. Let's see what messages want to come forward and come through to clarify. Yeah, hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. there's this new situation here. When I say love, I don't mean like, I mean, it can be romantic love. I think some of you are probably going to be finding that. There was another reading where like the tower was in the middle, and this is coming through once again for me. But when you go through a tower moment, it's like you are changing your vibration. And when that happens, other vibrations align with you, right? And so, yeah, there may be an upheaval, but it may also be putting you in a vibratory rate that aligns with this other Two of Cups, with this other person or this other job. Remember that this Two of Cups could be another job or situation. You have Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. That's what you're doing here. Yeah, it's ripping the Band-Aid off with the Tower and the Ten of Swords very clearly. I mean, it's maybe painful, but but there's good energy coming in throughout all of that. And then you have Odin, psychic insight, your third eye is open, see truth for what it is, follow your intuition. You know that what you're doing is right. I don't know that there's cheating. We'll have to see what the clarifications come in or anything like that, but certainly possible. I don't know, but I don't get the sense that that is the case. I do feel like what you're doing is the right thing for you, and this is just an intuitive hit or an intuitive feeling that you have about this, especially as we started this reading on 222. We have this Two of Cups. I associate 222 with sort of like, I oftentimes feel like it's the Two of Cups, or it just means that you're on the right path. Whenever I see that message, like definitely in my life I've noticed that, but you might also want to just Google 222 angel number or 222 numerology. Let's see what else we have here. Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen energy. Doesn't matter what gender you are. This is just embracing the feminine side of yourself, especially because we have this message here with Odin of follow your intuition. Intuition is the feminine, the divine feminine, which we all have. And by the way, we have this Queen of Pentacles as well. So we have 3 queens here in the past. Maybe there were multiple people involved, for sure. Now we just need the Queen of Swords. But at any rate, you know, there's a person in the past and there's a person in the path, in the way, that you're getting rid of, that you're letting go of, I should say, is a probably better way of saying that. You're letting go of this person. You've attracted some sort of abundance here because you have the Queen, or you have the Queen of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. Queen of Wands is a card of attraction. It's a card of many as well. Many things, many people, many tasks, many priorities, and able to do that, but just many, right? And abundance is your ability to receive. And so you're just abundant here in the past. Page of Swords and the Strength card. The challenge for you here is having the courage to deliver the disappointing news with the Page of Swords. I do feel like that's what's going on here, because ultimately this walking away situation is pulling the Band-Aid off. You have the Devil, Queen of Pentacles, 4 queens, interesting, and the Ten of Pentacles reappearing. Look, what I've been saying, you're like massively abundant here, Aries. I don't know what form this is taking for you. For some of you, it could be material. Like I've felt since the start of this reading that someone has like passive income or some sort of investment that's just paying off, like dividends or a rental or something like that happening, like you're renting your house or something like that happening. And for others of you, it's an inheritance. Others of you are making practical just choices by walking away. Whether you're not you're resonating with the passive income, the practical choice for you is to embody the 8 of Cups and walk towards the 9, which is the fulfillment of your wish or your dream. And that may mean hurting somebody. The Devil, see, this is the only indication of cheating. I just don't feel like it happened. We'll see what comes through here. But that's just your shadow, okay? It's something that you're working through. And I feel like there's a breakthrough in that area. I think you're understanding some inner working that you have, and that's coming in for review here. Yeah, look, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Yeah, I think maybe a marriage is ending. I'm not saying that it needs to be, I think it can be amicable. You know, the Hierophant's the card of marriage, and the thing is, either one's ending for you to find someone new, because I've been reading this whole relationship situation as long-term, And it works for both scenarios, because if you're here for career and finance, the Hierophant is also the place that you work if it's not a traditional marriage. So you're also just ending it with that. You're ending that type of marriage, right? For you, I feel like instead of walking towards the Nine of Cups, you're walking towards the Nine of Pentacles, which is also really great. Nine of Pentacles is financial independence, and it's saying that you've built something that sustains yourself. It's like growing fruit and then living off of the fruit or the food that you grow. And like I said, you're living off of some investment or for something for some of you. Six of Pentacles is the financial scales balancing out here. This is the idea that the act of giving is just as important as receiving, and vice versa. So some of you are ready to receive, especially with all these abundance cards coming in. Let's see what else we have. Some of you are dealing with a masculine here, even though we've had 4 queens, which is pretty incredible in this reading. But with main male coming out, but let's see here. Okay, you have message, thoughts, poverty, high honor, coffin, official person. Some of you getting an inheritance. Don't stress, okay? Don't stress about the coffin and the bad health. Coffin is an ending, just like the Ten of Swords is. It doesn't need to be with a person. It doesn't need to be someone dying, okay? It does not need, although there is inheritances here. I just would not stress about it. Most of the time, the coffin is coming in as the end of something. Bad health is the health of the relationship. Distant horizons is good times ahead, good situations coming in. High honor, look, you are definitely well respected in whatever it is that you do. That's why I feel like, if anything, this ending is amicable. Like, especially if you're leaving a job, you're definitely leaving on good terms. It's just, for you, it's time to, there's something better here on the horizon for you. Happy trails for you ahead. What did I say here? You know, as soon as I got this Page of Swords, I knew it was you delivering the bad news, you delivering the message. And so that's your challenge, I feel like, for some of you. Official person is either my HR card, or you're dealing with legal structures. Some of you are just doing your own thing here, and I feel like that's what you truly want. So this looks amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.